What up? What up? What up? YouTube. How y'all feeling? Did y'all miss me? I know y'all ain't miss me because y'all ain't been running them numbers up, so y'all ain't miss me, y'all. Now the ones that been running them numbers up, hey, no disrespect, hey, shout outs to y'all, but y'all that ain't been tapping in, yeah, it's all good. I'ma bring that fire. And y'all gonna come back and tap in. But yeah, today I'ma give y'all what y'all want. Y'all want that ATK, KTA. I'ma let y'all know what I think about it today. Now, of course, we artists say the Younger Days interview, and I would give my commentary. I would give it, don't worry, I was just speaking on. Y'all know how it go. Julio mom recently dropped the interview. Shout outs to her. And then the alleged suspects have been apprehended. I'm not even sure if the two is still on the loose or whatever, but yeah, a few of them been caught up. Now, on that Young and Ace interview, he was doing his day, he was sipping, he feeling himself, he acting out. But what I want to say is he made a mistake. That's first and foremost. Like, Young and Ace, you made a mistake. And technically it wasn't a mistake, because I know why he did it. But it still kind of was a mistake. It's 50-50. Because he was making music. But yeah, we wanted to hear the music. But what everybody really wanted. They wanted that interview. They wanted to read his eyes and read his body language, see what he's going to say, see if he had anything to do with it, see if he was going to slip up and say something. Even though 9 times out of 10 he ain't, but we still, you never know, right? He went on to drop the interview not even a month later. Like, now, let's say you waited 6 months to a year, that interview would have been worth way more. Because now you got people like, what? He ain't say nothing? But then that kind of like, hey, maybe he wanted to clear his name. Maybe he felt like something coming, so he wanted to speak his piece. So, like I said, it's 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Now, allegedly, he don't know them guys. And I seen some other content on it saying that it was supposed to be some get back for some other kid that used to play football or something, R.I.P. to him. But he's supposed to lost his life. And they said them guys over in the 6 were speaking on him too much, and the family came and got their get back finally. But what gets me is now I could see it was an innocent bystander, which y'all know over here, I don't believe no one deserves to die. You know, I don't think murdering someone is the way to handle your problems. You know, I'm old school with it, so yeah, that don't think I'm saying, oh, this was supposed to happen. But if them people doing wrong, then it's gonna come back, you know. Like, a lot of people these days don't believe in karma, but it do exist. And when, let's say, you the good apple and you not even out there doing wrong, you just trying to live your life, help your family make it out, but the people around you is doing wrong and you get caught in the crossfire. That's why you have to be a leader, not a follower. You know, you can't be attached to that. And if you're attached to that, you gotta tell them, you gotta tell them guys, hey, yo, don't worry about that. Hey, that's childish. Don't do that. You gotta be willing to take them names for them calling you, a peon and a sucker and all that. Because if you allowed it to go on and laugh with your friends, it could be, your date. If you get what I'm saying. So don't be afraid to speak up and say, hey man, let that stuff go, man. Like they ain't never do nothing to us. Like, do that before it get too far, or even if there's stuff going on, don't be afraid to say like, hey man, leave that stuff alone. Y'all need to, get y'all life together. Don't be afraid, because my bad, y'all. Trying to see when they going past. They're taking their time, but hopefully whoever they going to is okay. But yeah, so don't be afraid to stand up to your friends, your family, your homies, you know what I'm saying? Tell them like, hey yo, we don't need to be on that. Like, we need to be figuring out how to get some paper, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know how this really went or gonna go, but we gotta see how this gonna go down, because they said they did like their investigation, like within that day or the next day they knew exactly who the people was. So they was watching them the whole time. Now, uh, Mama Foolio spoke up and did the interview and said they don't know them dudes. Like, she said she don't know none of them. And she said she grew up with a lot of their people, or, ran into their people. Like, she helped them with getting certain certifications and stuff like that. And she said she never held that against them, that, what was in the streets was in the streets. And she even got caught up in it to the point, they shot her up a few times. Well, not even a few, they shot her up. I think she got hit like 8 times, and this all from street stuff. So that's what that gets you. If you in those streets, your mama can get caught up in this stuff. Thank the Lord she made it, but you gotta think nowadays it's so reckless that they don't care. They just try to hurt you in any way they can. So when you out in them streets, keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make them streets a career. If you out there getting some money, you getting some paper, and you not out there hurting nobody or nothing, do that and get out and make your escape plan, because when you stay in them streets and you take it to that beef, you never know who can get mixed up in your stuff. You see what I'm saying? And the way she spoke, with her head on her shoulders, like she against all that. So her getting caught up, she was an innocent bystander, just getting caught up in some stuff that allegedly, her son and his friends end up landing on her doorstep, and that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's super bad. Where you go do that, that's when it kind of take it to the point of, oh yeah, if it was going to end, it'll never end now, because you done crossed that line. Now it's like, oh, but you don't know how you made the other side feel. You don't know what lines you done crossed to the point it made them feel the same way. So now it's just a never ending cycle, and it's going to just clash, with no remorse, and it's just like, it's nasty, it's ugly. I'm not one to say, hey, I'm a saint, but I know I look to the Lord for a lot of my healing. So, God forbid, uh, tragedy or worse to worse, but I look to God for a lot of my healing. So, well, for all my healing, should I say. So, it's like, hey, you gotta be mindful of things you do. And now, Ace said he don't know these guys. He didn't say this. Of course, a lot of people ain't gonna believe that, but we gotta wait till the facts come out. We gotta wait for this case to go and do what it do, because Mama Foolio said, they prepared for the worst. Like, basically, like, if they get off or whatever, but allegedly they got camera footage from the time they entered Tampa to the time they left or went back where they was going. So, it's just, like I say, only thing it is now is you gotta hope everybody, if it is you gotta hope everybody keep it silent. And is allegedly 5 of them. Let me see. You know how they do. They come to you. If you was the driver, you want the best deal. Or if you was the one that set it up or got in contact, you want the best deal. So how many times do 2 go into 5? You see what I'm saying? How many times do 2 go into 5? So we got 2 that's at least, probably thinking already, like, what's up? Cause far as I know of one car. So I was like, when they said 5, it's like either 5 people was in the car, which is possible, or they had 2 cars. And if they was together, then they caught them. But if they wasn't, somebody already putting it out there like, hey, this is what it is. So it's just a crazy, crazy situation. It's a crazy case. Like I said, a lot of us look at this thing and think like, oh, this is fun and games, but it's not. This is people's lives. So what we gotta do is we gotta start being more on the defensive side of things when stuff like this is happening, instead of, edging it on. We need to be on some like, hey, y'all need to let that go, instead of, picking a side and like, hey, let's see who go first, or let's see who get the most, or like, it shouldn't be like that, cause we civilians, we ain't got nothing to do with what they got going on. Yeah, they got their own animosity, but if we allow them to entertain us with it, this the type of stuff that can happen. So, let's keep that in mind. Cause it was very unfortunate for both sides of how deep this thing got, and it's sad that they was all friends at one time. Julio and Young and Ace, they allegedly, supposedly they never met, but a lot of them guys on each side were supposed to know each other, through each other or something. It's just, and it'd be like, yeah, they always say it's gonna be your friends and, your old friends or whatever. And it's just, it just was nasty, y'all. Like, I ain't got no way to cut it cleaner than that. Like, it was just nasty. And we got the backlash of it that's just getting out of hand. It's not looking good, It's not looking good. But I just wanted to give y'all something, because I know y'all been waiting. But I got some fire content coming for the parents, for the youth, so y'all definitely be on the lookout for that. That's most likely what I'm gonna be bringing y'all next. Cause like I said, I'm not gonna always do this hip hop stuff. If y'all go see, every time I put them in betweens of what I really want to talk about, the reviews don't do nothing. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But y'all stay tapped in with me. Like I said, I'm still on the grind. I'm still doing my thing. Just don't give up on me. I got y'all. But this the truth over here. We tell the truth and nothing but the truth, and it always gonna be the truth. I'ma holler at y'all later. I'm out.